Hello everybody and welcome back here to High Button Sports. There's another one on the docket for us here. A short break, about 20 minutes in between games and we're back at it. This one now between the Bearcats and the Gulls. So the Bearcats looking for their first win after a loss to the Novas yesterday. Gulls picked up a victory yesterday over the Bombers. So an 0-1 team taking a 1-0 team on in a game that will for sure have implications as we get into this one here. Puck dropped in there, back to Myra. Myra's gonna dish that over to the right side and rolls off the stick of Rogers. Rogers back in behind for McEachern. McEachern, this is the stick of White, and Bearcats look to break it up through the middle. Fleming is cutting that puck off, and as it heads back in behind by Thorne. Thorne dangling up through the middle. Gulls back over to Liver. Liver lead pass as that bounces in on the right side. Brought down into the end boards there. Pushed up hard against the end wall. Gulls looking to stay with it. Hoyt with a little pressure, but Gulls in front. Snap the pass. Rolls off into the corner. Odell. Odell with it. He'll hand that back to the line. The Gulls rocking the black and green for the first time. Odell steps up, shot. The Gulls, the defending champions here at the Nova Scotia Provincials. Obviously, a lot of guys from that team last year have moved on to the Max and surrounding teams as well. But a few of the guys stayed back. Liver, the captain on this team, a second-year player. He's looking to bring that experience from a title win last year to his new squad. And the Gulls have had a good year. They've had a strong rookie class. That includes Haverstock, includes Odell. Lots of guys out there that have made a difference, includes Strong, that man right there who lets a shot go with a save made. So it's been, like I said, a good rookie class here for the Gulls, but that experience from top scorer Liver has helped as well. And it's led to a good bounce back year, which you don't always see after a championship win in this U15 league. So good on the Gulls, but defending champs nonetheless. Looking to put that title and make it a two-peat. That puck over there to the left side, led ahead to Pugsley. Pugsley up one-on-one. That one poked off the stick, and the Gulls chased it into the half wall. Odell, he's getting pushed from behind. It jumps up over and will be sent down for an icing as we have a slow start to this game. A couple whistles in our first 2 minutes. Face off, we'll head back in here. Always interested to see the players who wear the bubble. There's a lot of bubble wearers on the Bandits. I don't know if they all started that way at the start of the year, but they've at least switched to it. And I'm pretty sure Odell, who's rocking the bubble over there, also switched to it this year. It's always interesting to keep an eye on. A lot of cages here on the Truro side. Played into the right side. Gulls led ahead. Must be like breathing techniques they're able to figure out, because I know whenever you play with the bubble, the fog starts a-coming, but we're playing at such a high level out here, they don't seem too worried about it. Into the left side, Bearcats. That puck hits on the stick of Rennie. Rennie's cutting to the right side. Rennie back to Patrick Quinn. Patrick Quinn lets one go, tipped in behind the net there as it hit the pants and almost took a friendly bounce there for the Bearcats. Bearcats had a hard time scoring yesterday against the tight-checking Novas. The Gulls kind of open it up a little bit more of an offensive team, so maybe a few more chances for Truro. Something we can keep an eye on at home and in the booth. Jardine has that tick off his stick back to McEachern. McEachern stops up and gains the red line, falling down, and now a chance here down the right side. McEachern fans on it as Campbell steers it aside. Campbell, the only goaltender for the Gulls this weekend. Over to the right side. Bounces back into the zone. Bearcats can't find Jollymore on the pass. It'll head back for no ice. Campbell will keep that play alive in behind McKay. Pressure on McKay there on the right side. Gulls pull up back to Liver. Liver turning on the Jets. Liver over the blue line. Cut off from it, and it bounces off the stick of Sullivan. into the end boards. Bearcats up the right side. Fed in behind. Liver gonna pick it up. Quickly get rid of it as it heads down the right side. Steered aside in net, and Bearcats chop at it. Captain McEachern going at it in there on the corner with Fleming. Back to Fleming. Centering pass. Picked up. Friendly bounce there for the Gulls. Lead pass, trying to get it up ahead to Liver, but nice job coming off and cutting off using the body. Breaking up that play, and now down the left side. Trying to toe drag that in. Flipped up high in the sky, back into the glove there, the Bearcats. Free puck for a moment. Fleming couldn't corral it. Heads down onto the half wall. Chopped back in by Singer. Rolls off the stick and looking to see who touched it last. Face off. Looks like it's coming down here to the left as we break into our first 5 minutes of game number 3 on our round robin day here. Couple wins already, couple good games. Big win for the Bandits against the Cougars. In our last game, Gorman up to Odell. Odell bringing it in offside. As Strong seemed to be the last man, or the first man in. Just a hair too early. Gulls gonna keep their players out there, switching up the Bearcats. You always like to keep an eye on the line matching. Second unit, it looks like, out there for the Gulls right now. Odell and Live are split up onto 2 lines. Chased after on the right side, Pugsley. Pugsley takes a bump to make the play as it gets worked up the right side. Bearcats back to Bircham. Bircham gaining the red and firing it in along the end boards. Chased off into the corner. Knocking him down. Strong comes up with it, kicked around in through the middle. Bearcats step up, low shot. Nice chance there for the rebound on the right as it gets caught up in the skates. Campbell made the initial save, got knocked down, whether his own volition or someone else. Odell shoots that one in, easy save here for the Bearcats. And a little back and forth to start out. Liver, he tries to get it through to Fleming. It's picked back to McKay. McKay kicked away. Fleming passed across. No one home as bumper position a little too high. Bearcats, a little chip play up the wall. McKay back into the zone. McEachern's going to chase. McEachern past the stick of Sullivan there. Liver tries a center shot. Nice save there. Rebound, bailing away, and they'll score on the third effort. Pass Berthume. And a goal here. And it's 6 minutes in by the Gulls to go up 1-0. Fantastic job at sticking with that puck. It was loose for a moment as Berthume got spun around. And he'll give some taps to his teammates. And a good goaltending duel here with Berthume and Campbell for this game. That one snuck by on the third attempt. This Bearcats team, I wouldn't say necessarily one that's known for a ton of offense either, so gonna look to get that one back as quick as possible. Big bodies though on this team, not a lot of small guys playing for the Bearcats. They can use that to their advantage and played a pretty good tight game yesterday, like I was saying, against the Novas. Just came out on the losing end of it, but that sort of style of play can certainly get you wins. It's just about being able to bury one when you need it most. And that'll be something we're going to keep an eye on as this game progresses. Face-off will be here on the left side. Drop back to the line. A little low seeing eye shot. Rolls off into the left side corner. Pressure back there. Picked up by Truro. Truro back to Patrick Quinn. Patrick Quinn on the blue line. Low shot. Steered into the left side. Trying to connect on that hit. Bearcats. Drop back. Patrick Quinn. Spun back around. Misses the stick there. Gulls chase into the corner. Comes on out. Hoyt. Hoyt tries to center. Back in around now for the Gulls. Finding a bit of a lane on the left side. Rogers gets the pass off to Strong. Strong gets run off into the boards. Hoyt back in behind. Patrick Quinn picks up. A little bit of room to move here up the middle as he'll take that ice given. Staying with it. Little jump play. Just into the right side corner for Worth. Worth going to play that in around. Eisner cuts off. Eisner back in behind for Hoyt. Hoyt going at it. Picked up by Odell. Odell up the side. Knocked down by Singer. Singer fires it into the end boards. Eisner trying to catch up. Gets one whack at it. Steered off in behind. Worth gets to it first as he's going east to west down in that defensive zone. Trying to cause problem. Pugsley spinning around. Hits the stick back over to Gorman. Gorman, lead pass between the legs. Caught up to and sent back in behind as the Bearcats trying to hold the offensive zone. Kept in on the blue line. Jumping puck into the middle. Worth going to shoot it up the right side. Singer catches it. Singer to Bircham. Missed the stick there as Eisner now going for it. Sent back in behind for Boutlier. Boutlier dishes one up the right side. Lead pass to the middle. Odell. Back down to Liver. Misses that stick and will be sent in behind, and that one will go for a long icing. Thought maybe they were going to let her go, but Linesman instantly put that arm up. 6:34 to go in the first. Still 1-0 off the Gulls goal. Face off on the right side here. Drop back onto the wall. Trying to stick with that. Bellin's going to play it back over. Gulls circle back McKay. McKay gets that pass off, and then it's just stumped back in behind. Berthume looking to go up the middle. Turned over under the stick there. Bellin, pad save, way out of the net there. Berthume, it's rolling it behind, and a diving play to make the save. Holy, that puck was as good as in. And an amazing effort there. Got a catch name, Uloth, I believe, the man to make that happen. That was a direct goal saved there, and that's something we might be looking at back at as this game progresses, and a huge save there from 16, bailing out his goaltender. Back in behind for Sullivan. Sutherland gonna play that over, and definitely the closest play of the day to not result in the goal. And the Bearcats able to keep it at one. Back to the blue line. Steps up, low shot from the point. In front, another chance on the right side. Looking for it in behind, and Berthume able to cover it up. Our goalie of the year here in the U15 league stops that one. Face off on the right side. Puck dropped in. Patrick Quinn over to Rennie. Rennie looking for a lead pass. Turned over to Doyle. Kean Doyle plays that back down. Haven't seen Nash Haverstock out here yet, so I'm assuming he got the 1-game suspension there from the hitting from behind on Cohen yesterday. Haverstock, another one of those rookies who came up from last year and has made a positive impact on this Gulls team as they look to repeat as champions. Back to the line, hits a shin pad, and Myra will hustle. And obviously, while I'm at it, I may as well congratulate the Max for taking home the title this year against the Subaru and what was an awesome series, and to be honest, just an awesome playoffs all around. Managed their reverse sweep on the West Islanders and then beating the Subaru as that puck sent down, and that Max team having Chip and Walters on it. Two of the names that instantly come to mind who made the jump up there. And a couple guys who have won back-to-back provincial titles. Pretty impressive. First year with the Gulls and U15, and then a U18 title with the Max. Doesn't get much better, and that Walters, man, he can play for sure. And he'll likely be raising his draft stock through a solid playoff performance. By solid, I basically mean stellar. That one gonna be sent back in behind McKay. Just seems like yesterday I was watching him score goals at the Ice Jam there at the BMO Center. I guess a year and a half can go by pretty quick with all this hockey. Bearcats over to Eisner. Eisner takes a bump, kept in the zone here by the Gulls. 3:38 left to go in the first as the whistle will go. Couldn't get that one off the line. No power plays yet in this game, as we're nearing the end of our first frame. Face off in the neutral zone. Spun around and sent into the bench once more. Cody Grant and Shaw over there, two assistant coaches I also know there for the Gulls. Nice guys. Always supporting High Button, and we covered the Gulls all season long on the High Button Gulls channel, doing all their home games, which is a blast that was. Back in behind for Worth. Worth in on the end boards. Pass hits the skate and delayed icing. I don't think it's gonna make it there, no. It's 1 point for me up here in the booth. I've never trained to be a ref, so, you know, trying to figure out the best of the rules the best I can, and that one back up the right side, little tip play. Have played a lot of hockey and watched a lot of hockey, so I got the base understanding, but you know, some of those icings and the offsides and where the face-offs are going, you think it's simple, and then stuff happens in the middle of a game, you're like, oh, I actually don't know the answer to that one, so definitely a learning experience. Down off into the left side, Gulls looking to get that out. Fleming gets ran in against the wall. Bearcats flip it up, and no ice the other way. And the back and forth continues. Kind of found ourselves into a bit of a rhythm here since that first Gulls goal. Hoyt with it. Hoyt with a backhand pass. Gets to Patrick Quinn. Gulls coming in tight on that, and a minor shot and a lead pass to Liver. Liver on the left side tries to get it across. Intercepted. Moved over to White. White. Ludi grabs it. Ludi into the end boards. Looking for stick lifting into the right side corner. Spun back around Jardine now. Jardine to the blue line. Puck heads down low. Cameron. Ludi gets it off him. Bounces into the left side corner. Patrick Quinn. Patrick Quinn up to White. White backhands. Hustle play here for Thorne. Thorne comes out on the right side. Can't get the shot off on some good defense by Bellin. Over to Jardine. Jardine now gaining center and firing it down in behind. Burcham with less than 90 seconds to go in the first. 1-0 lead for the Gulls. Pass gets over to the left side. Knocked back towards the middle. Strong. Strong past the stick of Singer. Odell chasing down into the end boards. Strong and Odell on it. It's 2-on-2 and a hard battle there. Player loses a helmet. That's Odell, and with 1 minute and 6 seconds, that's what it's going to take to get the whistle. And they're going to make Odell head off. They told him to do up the chin strap. He said it was, and then he shakes his head and heads off. Carter Odell. Drop back, Fleming with a decent shot, missing wide on the right. Bearcats Looking to get that puck out as they do. Past the stick of Mira. Grabs it, ricochets it over to his D partner, Rogers. Rogers tries to get that out, hits the shaft of a stick, but still makes it to Liver, intercepted by McEachern. McEachern with a bouncing puck sent in. 41 seconds to go here in the first. Rogers spinning around. Over to Liver. McEachern with a low shot, hits the side of the net. I don't know if the Bearcats have gotten a grade A shot here yet. They're not playing a bad game yet, but gotta start trying to stack up some opportunities. McEachern with his neck guard falling off. He'll go hard into it. McCabe fans on a shot there. Neck guard still down. Low shot steered into the corner. Liver spinning around. And now he notices the neck guard's gone and heads off. Veteran play there. Up the wall, McDonald plays it back to McKay, and that'll take us to the end of the first period. So 1-0. At the end of one, we'll be back for the second momentarily. Alrighty, back here for the second period, so 20 minutes on the clock this time. Picked up and sent down into the right side corners. Rogers still haven't seen a power play in this game. Back and forth first period with minimal scoring chances. Cogger into the corner there on the left side. Now we're going 2-on-2 battling once again. There's been some good board battles. Picked up in behind, grabbed by Odell, up ahead to Strong, hits his stick for a moment, then falls off of it. Steered in behind for Rogers. Rogers fans. Shot back around the end boards. Here come the Gulls. Gulls lead pass to Strong. Strong pushed off into the right side. Down along the end boards. Back to Bellin. Bellin, low shot, falls in behind. Berthum wasn't sure where it was. Tracks it on the left here and jumps over the head. Back in behind for Bellin. Spinning around, trying to find his way out of harm's way. Bounced up to the right side and behind. Bearcats. Burcham. Knocked back to center. Burcham looking for a lead pass. Connects to Hoyt. Hoyt, little collision there in the middle as the Gulls work that up off the glass. Now it's a foot race back here the other way. Burcham getting pressured, turned over in front. Backhand shot, scores! And the Gulls on a textbook turnover. Bury one. And a great finish in there to make it 2-0 here on the Bearcats. Off the end of the stick and in the back of the net in a hurry. We'll head back to center. So 18-14 to go in the second. And 2-0 lead here now for the Gulls. So Bearcats got to dial in here and get the next one. Need to find a way to create some more chances down the left side. Into the middle, Fleming tries to steer it up ahead. Wrapping around to the right side. Pass across, and it rolls in off a skate or a stick or something. Bouncing in, and that's 3-0 here with goals very quickly back to back. And a shift in this game just happened. 3-0 under a minute. We'll head back to center. 17-57. And Kean Doyle looked to bury that last one with the assist from Ludi. And then we're waiting on the update for the one that just happened, but had to make sure Doyle got credit as he buried that off a great turnover created by Ludi. So McDonald buries that one. Back in behind for Rogers. He'll try to get it up through the middle. Thorin has it chopped out once. Fleming in over the blue line. Fleming down the right side, hits a stick. Gets it over to Thorne. Thorne, lead pass connects. Bearcats with it, hustling down the right side. It's into the feet. Ooh, a hard hit laid there, and the Bearcats maybe trying to come up with a little bit of intensity here to get themselves back into this one. Just a few minutes into our second frame. Over to Liver. Liver and McDonald. McDonald with 2 already. 2-on-2, back the other way. They're all clear. McDonald cutting to the middle. Shot, blocker by Berthum. Up through the right and played back. Gulls. McEachern shoots it in. A collision there. Back for Bellin. Bellin. In around for Liver. Liver up through the middle. Strong gets it on the one hop. Strong stick handling going one-on-one. Trying to go through the man. Gonna be pushed off into the boards. Bounces off the stick there of Odell. Wraps around here to the right side. In the feet there of Odell. Back to Bellin. Low shot, tipped up, rebound. Another chance. Loose in front still. And the second and the third opportunities are coming aplenty here for the Gulls. Nice little dish back by Odell. Quick stick handling over to Bellin. Bellin shot, rebound comes out. Eisner. Eisner takes it and flips it out. McKay gonna pick it up. Over to the left side. Gaining the red line and in behind for Berthum. Up the wall, grabbed by Doyle. Shot, save made, it's loose there in behind. Puck still loose. Chopped out a couple times to the line and fumbled there by Worth. In along the end boards. White's gonna come up there. White takes it, flips it up high. Truro get a whack at it and it's in behind. Langell chips on up, back the opposite direction. Back, a little back and forth here in front of us. Boutlier gets it to Langell. Langell, lead pass. Gets there to Ludi. Ludi back in behind. Bircham takes a stop up, play with it. Bearcats stretch pass. 5 minutes gone here in the second. Rogers. He'll spin down. Is in along the end boards. Picked up to Langell. Langell in over the blue line. Shot into the end boards. Bounces off. McEachern picks up. McEachern leading ahead to Ulof. McDonald over to Rogers. Lead pass here for the Gulls. Flipped up high in the sky. Sullivan chasing. Off the glass. Bounces back down. And a penalty way behind the play. Sullivan down and the arms up. And he's heading off and looks to be in a lot of pain out there. We're hoping he's okay. And it's not looking good though for Sullivan, who just head off here in front of us. Penalty coming. Or no, McDonald's going to be leaving. So way, way behind the play. After 2 goals for McDonald, he's out of the game. And Fleming having a word with the ref. It was so far behind the play that I don't even know if the crowd knew what was going on, because there wasn't much of a reaction from the crowd. No one's sitting, 5 minutes on the board, no one's sitting in the box yet for the Gulls. And a chance here for the Bearcats. So down 3, getting a 5-minute extended penalty play. The Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating power play, our first one of the game. 5 minutes as McDonald's out and Sullivan has to go to the room. All right, so potential big point in the game right here. It looks like Langel's gonna be sitting the 5. Bearcats play it back. A little pressure on McEachern there by Liver, but he'll get it off with no worries. Down the right side for Hoyt. Hoyt entering the zone. Hoyt stops up. And you got to score at least 1 here. Passed off in front, still on it. Campbell gets across with the splits, and now they start to tie up. Oh, and Singer's going full at him. I don't know if they're going to let that one go. And emotions kind of bubbling to the surface there. And they're going to be praying for at least coincidentals, because you don't want to cancel out your power play. And it looks like it will be coincidental, so bit of a break there for Singer. Rogers, and things kind of just took a bit of a different turn in this game. We were kind of rolling our way through. 3-0 lead here for the Gulls. But hitting from behind penalty, and then a full-out Donnybrook in front. And it was so close to being 3-1 there. Almost buried it on the left side. Campbell, though, very quick with those splits. Maybe he did gymnastics growing up or something, because watch a lot of goalies, but he was rapid coming across with that. Hoyt's going to be forced to touch it on the high stick. 50 seconds gone on the power play. Face-off will be right here in front of us. Fleming wins it back to McEachern. So a minute gone in the 5-minute major. Bearcats pick it up. Get it over to McEachern. McEachern. So 5 minutes for boarding and a game misconduct for McDonald. 2 goals so far in this game, or 2 goals will finish with in this game. Then roughing coincidentals. Back to the line. Burcham plays it down the right side. Back to Burcham on the blue line. McEachern shoots. That one tipped and almost had him. They're going to say high stick. And 2 probably the closer chances the Bearcats have had all game have come in the last minute or so. Face off right here in front of the Truro bench. Hoyt wins it over to Thorne, who snaps it back to Burcham. He'll fire it into the end boards. Picked up back to Patrick Quinn, jumps the stick there. Grabbed by the Bearcats. Pulling it around on the left side, Burcham. Burcham. Stop up play there, back to Hoyt. Hoyt holds. Dishes it back down to the left side, back to Hoyt. Hoyt fumbles it, now it's a foot race to it. Into the feet, Burcham gonna spin around and come out with it though. Dropped off to Hoyt. He steers it into the end boards. Patrick Quinn into the feet. Played across. Bircham, and a penalty coming here, and a delayed one against the Gulls. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes here if they don't bury one. Bircham grabs it, and you almost want them to touch it. And Gorman will touch it. And that'll remain a penalty, and then Ian Tate, Plumbing and Heating, 5-on-3 coming up here. So a real good chance now for the Bearcats to get back in it. They've done their best offensive work on the power play the last few minutes. And a 4-minute penalty on that, and a timeout called. So it's actually a 4-minute. So a huge point here in the game. Down 3 with 11:18 to go in the second. 2:15 full of 5-on-3, and then it'll remain a power play after that. So a timeout called here, and the second time in 2 games where a timeout's been called halfway through the second period. Last game the Cougars did it against the Bandits. Didn't end up going their way in that situation, but within striking distance here are the Bearcats. Bethune will head back to the net. Face-off will be down here on the left. It'll be a 5-on-3 for a full 2:15. McKay slaps at it, heads around to Singer. Into the feet of Singer. Gets it over to McEachern. McEachern. Back to Singer. Plays it down the right side, trying to direct traffic. There's Hoyt. Left side shot, McEachern. Wide open net, but missed the mark on the shot. And you know he wants that one back, so he'll pick it up. Left side. Setup they were looking for. And this is basically a must score here for the Bearcats. Right side shot. Falls off into the corner. Singer takes a bump. Hoyt plays it back and around. Back to Singer. Pass gets across. Bearcats. Survey. No force here from the Gulls. McEachern back over. That one winds up, and the flex in that stick got absolutely all of it. Hoyt steps in again. Another flex of the stick, and that thing moving like a twig. Hoyt brings it in. A minute to go now on the 5-on-3. A couple good looks, but nothing in the back of the net yet. McEachern stepping in. McEachern. He'll have a chance to shoot, but he'll pass it over to Hoyt on the right side. Back to the middle. Shot. That one stays out as well. Grabbed in the corner. Back to McEachern. Over to Hoyt. Pass in front. Misses the one-timer as Campbell jumps across. McEachern stepping in. McEachern, low shot, bounces out to the right side and jumps the stick. And the Bearcats, 35 seconds left. They spent 2 minutes in the zone here. Nothing to show for it yet. Low shot saved by Campbell. Steered off into the wall and sent down. And the PK unit pulling it together there. 17 seconds left to go in that first penalty. 9:17 to go in the period. It's picked up along the end boards. Over the blue line. McEachern in along the wall. Jollymore coming out to help. So now it's still a power play. But for a minute and 34, and it's a 5-on-4 now. That's 2 minutes and 15 seconds of 5-on-3. Nothing to show for it from the Bearcats. Bircham, shot, high, rebound in front. Looking for it on the left side, right side. Stays in behind. Campbell gets spun around, gets back up to his feet. Moves over to Bircham. Bircham, pass across. Bearcats, low shot. In along the end boards, gonna look for a change. A minute left to go in the 5-on-4 now. Hustling hard against the end boards. Jollymore comes out with it, bound to Patrick Quinn. He shoots, it ricochets and goes into the stands, and the Gulls fans happy with that one. The Gulls faithful, strong parent group there for the Gulls, and they show their support, cheering away after a big kill. Waiting here, and the ref trying for a tip. They're calling for the tip, but it'll stay inside here, or it'll be outside and then brought back inside. Bouncing in behind, Campbell didn't know where it went, casually looking. In along the end boards, puck left, now picked up. Passed over on the right side, entering the zone. Pass connects up there to Rogers. In on the end board, puck flipped up to Cogger. Cogger pressured by Doyle, and it comes over to Jardine. Jardine over the red line. Kick back to Burcham, he'll lay a hit. Now back in behind, all right, so 6:51 to go, and the power play officially over. So a huge kill from the Gulls to keep this a 3-goal lead. And now the Bearcats, with a good push and a good job of gaining some momentum back, getting some good chances, but not able to break through, are still going to be looking for their first one before we head to our break in 6.5 minutes. So we'll see if they're at least able to build off the momentum of the power play. Ludi down the right side. Ludi into the corner, played to Jardine, shot, that one snared out of the air by Berthume, and we'll get the whistle down here in the Bearcats' end for the first time in a while. 6:18 remains in the second. We'll have our break after this period. After this period, so in 6:15. That one's shot, blocked away by Berthume. Liver catches up to it. Plays that down and behind for Fleming. Hartland, that's the other name I was trying to think of from the Gulls last year. Hartland, another player who I believe went to the Max and won a title last year here. A little late on that one, but came to me. Back to McEachern. Shot into a shin pad, trying to step up on it. Gulls lead pass up the middle. Liver going to go for a skate. Has Singer all over him, up through the middle. McEachern and Singer able to take that chance away. Shot in front, tries to go 5-hole, and a nice save as it was open for a split second there. Down into the right corner. 5:37 to go in the second. We'll have another face-off. Odell will come out to take this one. One back to Bootlier. Bootlier on the blue line. Strong. Back in front shot. That one rising high into the mesh. 5:28 left, and we'll try again. So a couple whistles here in a row. Slowing it down a little bit after a pretty quick middle of the period with all those penalties and power plays moving around. Back to Bootlier. Bootlier down the right side. Gorman back to the line. Low shot free in front. Odell into the feet. Passed across. Rebound. Berthume returns to his net, and two good saves there. Worth going to shoot that back and around. Grab now, Bearcats to the right side. Little collision there. Trying to get up through center. Bellin steps into it. Worked off into the boards. Here come the Gulls. Gulls flip on, covered up by Bethune. 4:51 to go in the second period. So as we preview our next game and finishing up the first, we'll take a look here. The Whalers and the hometown Novas up next at 2 p.m. That one shot in, and another save is taking no chances down here in the Truro end. So it'll be Whalers versus the Novas. Whalers the only team to not play yet today. So that should be a good one, and the Whalers desperately needing a win after 2 losses yesterday. Kick save there. And the Novas with a loss this morning, currently 1-1, so should be a game filled with lots of passion and desperation, even though we're only halfway through our day here on day 2. Kicked into the feet. We all know that every goal matters in a tournament this tight with 7 teams that all have a shot to win it. Back and behind, man down, and the arm's gonna go up from the back ref. So ref right there, didn't think so, but back ref gets him on the trip. And it'll be an Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating power play. And make sure you head to Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating for all your plumbing and heating needs. Gulls to the power play. Face off will be there on the left side. 2 minutes on the board and 4:16 to go in the second. And a massive kill here needed from the Bearcats. Here on the left side, Liver gets it back. Picks it up, jumps down in the circle. Bethune makes a save. It's rolling around on the top of the circle there. Passed across, wide open net, missed by Odell. Didn't see that coming on the bingo card. Wide open shot for a sharp shooting winger. Can't find the net on that try. Odell picks it up, back to the middle, McKay. Liver looking for Odell again, gets it over, but he's gonna have to double touch that one. Low shot in behind as it's tipped through the blue paint and off the left side, picked up by Odell. 3:33 to go in the second. Up the wall, Fleming picks it up. Fleming in over the blue line. Fleming down the right side. He stops up on the end boards. Fleming over to Odell. Steps up and holds on. Back to the middle, McKay. Liver waiting for it. Liver gets it back to Odell. A minute gone already on the power play. Played across to the line. Tipped, and McEachern able to field that into the feet, though. Can't get it out totally. Bearcats now jump up on it, and now it'll head out. Past the stick of McKay and in behind. Hoyt lays a hit. Finishes his check on McKay there. Into the feet of Odell. Rushton skates at it. Into the end boards. Burcham trying to spin around. Picked up, has a man in front if they can get it there. Passed across, rolls off the stick of Ludi. Right idea there by Fleming. Back to Rogers. Rogers from the point. Misses on the left side as it bounces back. Myra. Myra in and with 4 seconds left, it looks like the Bearcats get a big kill when they need it. 2:14 to go in the second. They'll be back to even strength down the left side. Brought into the zone, steer it off. Bearcats slap that one past the stick of Rogers. Sent down for an icing, and now we got 1:58 to go in the second until we head to the locker room for our break. That one swept on there, back to Langell. Langell drops back, low shot, rebound, bounces out into the skate on the left side. Trying to feed that back in behind McEachern. McEachern over to Eisner. Leading ahead, Liver back to Bellin. Bellin low shot, Another chance there in front, spinning around, stopped. Eisner picks up on it. Eisner leads ahead, and Patrick Quinn battling to get that open. The Gulls just making it tough for the Bearcats to even enter the zone. Delayed icing there is proof of that. 2-on-2, and it just stick lift, a little push here, a little push there. Not exactly a physical team, but playing it pretty physical there. As that was a bit of a turnover. That could have been bad, but Fleming works it back the other way. Spreading out are the Gulls. Last minute of play here in the second. Pass down low on the left sides through the blue paint. Back in on the end boards, a little pressure there on McEachern. Brought back in around and ran off into the wall. That one jumps up the right side. Lead pass back to Rogers. On and off of the stick of Rogers, 33 seconds to go now in the second. Grab now by the Bearcats. Bearcats gonna break that into the zone. Myra over to Strong. Lead pass hits the stick and back to Burcham. Wraps around the end boards, Myra. Gulls, lead pass, finds Strong, finishing the check the other way, but with 1 second to go, Strong will shoot it, and that'll do it. So 3-0 at the end of 2. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the third. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back here to our third and final period between the Gulls and the Bearcats. 3-0 lead for the Gulls heading into our final frame. And the Bearcats looking to come back in this one. Got 20 minutes to do so. Liver gonna pick that up, fired into the right side corner. In there along the end boards, and a hard hit there. Well, comes in and catches him off guard. Langell with one of the hits of the game there. Back in behind, it gets picked up on the left side, up to Liver. Lead pass to the middle. Moving to Fleming. Shot by Fleming, falls back in behind, a little pressure there from the Bearcats, into the feet. Pugsley moves it up ahead. Wrapping around here for Langell. Langell fires it on, bounces back out. Bearcats fan on it. Little pressure from Fleming coming in again. Liver played out in front. 14 tries to make a move, and it's back to McKay. McKay shot, still loose in front, and it looks like Berthum is out, and Surrett is in. So Surrett getting the nod for the third period here. And the goaltending change for the Bearcats. Thorne gets hit there. Lead pass. Collects here from Odell. Odell entering up the left side. Passes that through the legs of Strong. It comes back. Bootlier fires it into the end boards. Bearcats leave that puck. Lead pass onto the stick there. Past the stick of White. Ricochet play there. Gorman trying to jump up on it. Into the feet, Gorman. Sneaks in behind. Bootlier. Bootlier. He gets hauled down and the arm goes up. Catching him from behind. And Odell will touch it, and it'll be a power play coming here for the Gulls. Gorman. Gorman brings it in on the right side. Gorman stops up. Pass to Strong. Low shot. Kicked off into Odell on the left side. In along the end boards. Trying to move it forward with Strong. Whistle will go, and it'll be an Ian Tate power play here. As the Gulls to the man advantage. On a bit of a trip up there. That happened for 30 seconds ago, and a little bit of intensity to start the third. Bearcats needing a kill here. Played back to the line, McKay. McKay over. Odell gets it over to Liver. Liver back to McKay. McKay down to Odell. On the right side, he'll hold. Back to McKay in the middle. Low shot into the skate, and now trying to hustle after that. Rushed in, but it'll head back to Ulof. He gets it over, whoa, and rifled into the bench, and it catches the coach. In the side of the head. Puck gets thrown on, but he wore all of that one here in front. Wow, that was tough, and the ref's coming over to check on him. That puck didn't come in slow either. Had a little zest on the back end of her, and good to see he's okay. A minute 37 seconds left to go in that power play. And for the coach here, the Bearcats, when things are going bad, they can only get worse, I suppose, is honestly not minding the game of the Bearcats defensively, but just not getting enough shots on to try to come back from this 3-0 deficit right now. Got to start getting set up, stay out of the box, and try to bury one. Back to McKay. McKay to the right side. Odell, he feeds it back to McKay. McKay holds down the left side now. Into the middle. McKay, pass snapped off. A hard one across from Liver to Odell. Has to take it off the one hop. Nice job holding it on the wall there, getting support now. 3-on-2 as the Gulls look to fight it back. They get it. McKay dished back down to Odell. He picks it up. Gets it over to Liver on the opposite side. Liver tipped in low by Fleming, but off the mark. Odell, back to McKay, back to Liver. Liver dished in front. Fleming frustrated with himself there. Back again to Liver. He'll let a shot go, scores, top left. And that was a slapper that finds the back of the net and will make it 4-0 here. And the Gulls in control here with 16:09 left to go in the third. (4-3) to score. Head back to center here. One down McEachern. Up here to Rennie. Rennie with a lead pass to Thorne. It goes wide, and now a penalty coming for interference. And that one will be against the Gulls this time. So back on the man advantage, needing one here. Down to the right side, and I think we've gotten into the Zach Bryan part of the playlist here at Antigonish Arena. And an Ian Tate plumbing and heating power play here for the Bearcats. 15:59 left to go in the third, down 4-0. All starts with one. Puck dropped in there to Hoyt. Hoyt cutting back to the middle. Hands that off for the Bearcats on the left side. McEachern wires one through. Moving it up ahead, Strong knocked off his stick and it gets sent back the other way. Hard pass over there to McEachern. Goaltender out. Oh my goodness, so they're running a 6-on-4 here for the power play. And what a bold move this was. McEachern played over to Perrin. I guess they say we need one here for any shot at it, but it's picked up. And an empty net here with 15:19 to go in the third. Had to check to see if my eyes were working here. And I guess they are as Hoyt brings it out. 6-off. I don't know if I've seen this all year. Fair enough though. Puck knocked on down. It'll be a foot race to it. And this is just where the trouble of doing that strategy comes in. You really got to be on top of that puck. Singer looking for a lead pass, finds Uloth, and now they'll try to bring numbers in. Drop to White. Too many they're yelling for. Player jumps in, McEachern. Captain putting the body on the line. That was pretty funny. So he rolls over the bench. Once you hear the opposing fans start to yell too many, you know you got to make a cut for it. And that one will head into the Gulls bench with 33 seconds left to go on this Ian Tate plumbing and heating power play. 14:31 to go in the third. Surrett will head back now, and I guess that experiment done. Getting a word in over there. Truro picks it up, gets it over to Bircham. Bircham up the left side. Bearcats field it. Drop back on the left side. Eisner gives it over. Back to the blue line. Shot from the point. That one had eyes, but tipped just a hair wide on the right side. Back to Eisner. Through the legs, and Pugsley's going to look to pick it up. Gets it on the blue line. Over to Bircham. Jardine's going to come out of the box and head directly over. So we're back to 5-on-5 here. Puck on the right side. Takes a bit of a bump. Odell in behind. Picked up, lead to Gorman. Gorman going to chase that down the right side, and it'll go for an icing. 13:34 to go in the third. We'll head back down to the Gulls end. Want to thank everyone for tuning in for another game here on High Button Sports. The support has been immense, and everyone being very nice here in the rink to me, so I appreciate it. My pleasure bringing you these games. If there's one league I'd like to sit 14 hours and commentate, it's this one right here. So no problem over here for me. Excited to bring you the action. Bearcats and Gulls going at it here, and we got the hometown Novas rolling in right after to take on the Whalers, who are fighting for their chance at the semifinals tomorrow. A win against the Novas, essential for the Whalers coming up. Down there on the right side, Cogger. He gets it back in behind. Bearcats down low, 13 minutes to go. It ricochets back out in front. Bit of a defensive couple minutes here for the Gulls as they look to finish this one off. Key and Doyle up the right side. It'll come back to McEachern. Ludi to McEachern. McEachern and Doyle exchange shots, and Bootlier will gain center and fire it down. Picked up first by Jardine. He's going to make a quick cut in front. It'll be played off into the half wall. Hit laid. Down along the end boards. Picked up now, Bearcats. Lead pass, catches a stick, man down from the feet. Offside, delayed. So had a little more time. Up through the middle, Fleming trying to split the D. He'll fire one off on Surrett, and it ricochets into the mesh. Face-off will start here in the Bearcats' end. Face-off on the left side. Centering pass and a hard shot by Fleming that goes wide. Not back. In behind and on the left. Puck gets dished up ahead, and the Bearcats into the corner. Still working away at it. A nice save at the pad there, and it's loose on the right side. Picked up there by Liver. Liver sends a knuckle puck up through the middle. Haven't seen too many knuckle pucks this yet. Looking for a whistle here. I think puck must have hit in there on the bench. Yesterday, we saw that strategy being implemented. Back over McEachern. Hits the stick, and Bearcats up the left side. Poked on over, hits the stick up to Jollymore, and McKay on a circle back, gets it to Gorman. Gorman with some room here. Time and space created, entering the zone. Into the left side corner, and Bearcats come out with it. Trying to knock that back towards the middle. Lead pass, hits the stick there. Ulof into the feet, and a bit of a double team there by the Gulls, finishing off the hit, and it comes back to McEachern. McEachern flying over the head and in behind on Campbell. McKay's going to pick up that on the pads. Gorman gets it up, picked up by Odell. Odell shoots it down. In on the end boards, Bearcats snap a pass up to Pugsley. Up ahead, Ludi on the left side. Gonna play that in around. Bircham to Rennie. Rennie takes the bump from Odell. Sorry, by Doyle, as it pulls on back, and not a ton of offensive zone time for the Gulls here in the third. I don't think they're thinking it really matters, but interesting little point here that it's been mostly Bearcats trying to push this puck north. Down 4 with 9:45 to go, so we're officially inside 10 minutes to go in the third. Hit laid into the open penalty boxes there. Gets around the right side. Lead pass. Stop, Patrick Quinn. Patrick Quinn up through the middle. Langell flips it up ahead. Langell, head full of steam, moves that back, but Bearcats cut it off, and a nice pass through some legs Rennie will pick it up, trying to catch an edge on the right side. Sorry, Thorne. Thorne down into the right side corner. He has it, centering pass, shot, blocked before I could get through. In tight there. Picked up, blocker into the corner. Cogger back to the blue line. Passed across. Over to Liver. Gulls. Move it up the right side. Touch back in for White. White getting tied up in the middle. Fleming comes down in front. Fleming on the red line, tipped up as the stick goes flying, and man, head on a swivel there on the Bearcats bench. Pucks, sticks, bodies, who knows what else is gonna fly into that thing. Up high as the arm goes up for a penalty, and it'll go to the Bearcats. Touched in through the middle, and that one will go for interference. Interference called here as the Gulls will head back to the Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating, and a little Mac Miller comes on. Rest in peace. Haven't heard this song in a while, but definitely a classic for anyone who was in high school in the mid 2010s, I guess. Face off here on the right side. Doyle gonna jump in. In on the outside of the circle, rushed in through the feet. Rogers gonna try to hustle after that. It's spun around. Rogers has a moment with it, so 8 minutes to go in the game. 1:50 to go in the power play that just started here for the Gulls. Back down to Doyle. The Doyle, I almost said. Grew up on Doyle Street, I did, so maybe that's where I got it mixed up. From the line, Mirror with the shot in, another chance. Rebound on the right side, left side, and still loose. Rogers picks up on that on the end boards. Back to the line, over to Myra. To Rogers, shot, scores! That was a rifle on Surratt. Doyle getting in the face there behind the play. Not really one to like being pushed around, and a power play marker will make it 5-0. And the Gulls in complete control here against the Bearcats as we wind down to the end of this one. Picked up and moved up the left side for McEachern. So 5-0 the score here, 7:26 to go. It'll come back to McKay. Liver shot, glove save there as trying to go top right. And that was the second goal today that's been a snipe that's really knocked my socks off. First one was Fenwick McLean last game on an individual effort, went bar down similar to that last shot. But a couple of good moves. So Rogers will let that one go. Liver and Myra picking up assists on that one. 7:04 to go here in the third. In along the end boards, and the early goals holding up again. So not the first time this weekend that we've seen goals be scored in the first 7 or so minutes and end up holding up his game winners, essentially. McKay, low shot. So if there's anything I could tell the young men who might be listening or watching is work hard for that first one, because we've seen some teams successfully sit on leads that have led to big wins. Arm goes up for both reps, and with 6:32 to go, a couple more Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating power plays coming your way. Trip on Odell, it looks like. Two minutes for the trip there. So we'll stay down here on the right. Power play for the Bearcats, over to Hoyt. Hoyt lets a shot go, rebound there on the left side. Campbell tracking well. Campbell, such a fantastic tracking goaltender. And the net's pulled again here with 6:20 to go. So Surratt comes out and a hit laid by Doyle. McEachern gonna come in and get in on the face. Hit laid there, and all the Gulls are really probably gonna try to do now is try to avoid suspension, as 6:15 left to go in this 5-0 game, but a lot of hockey left to be played this weekend. And refs are gonna discuss here, and it looks like Doyle waiting, and you don't want to see him head off. And it looks like he is. Kean Doyle gonna be heading off late in this 5-0 game. And that's bad news for the Gulls, who are already without Nash Haverstock and McDonald from earlier today. 2 minutes they have up on the board there, but I think it's gonna take a second to sort this one as Gulls talking to the refs there. So up next, like I said, Whalers, Novas in a big game. Whalers trying to keep their hopes alive. After that, it's Bandits and the Bombers going at it at 4 p.m. Followed up by Bearcats, Cougars, and then finishing off with Gulls and Whalers. So a big afternoon here for the Whalers. Can make or break their tournament in the next couple hours. That puck over to the left side, Bearcats, so kicked off. Jardine will sit for it, but so only a 2-minute penalty on the board there, so we'll have to listen in and see why Doyle was sent off, because usually if it's a hitting from behind, it's 5 minutes. That one jammed out in front, 6-on-3 right now as the net is empty, so doubling up the players there on the Gulls. The Bearcats here late. Hoyt picks it up. Hoyt, pass across, shot, scores. Finally, the Bearcats break through. McEachern will nail one top left on the 6-on-3. Still will stay on the power play, but we'll add one to the goal total, 5-1 score. And like we said, we're playing a tournament here, so every goal helps in the long run. Surratt will head back to the net. And then he'll head directly out. So 6-on-4 incoming here with 5:35 to go. Up the wall to McEachern. Touched through the middle. Grabbed on the left side. Bearcats moving it. Back over to the middle. Shot. That one tipped into the mesh. Waiting for the second penalty call. They just announced the Odell one, but face-off coming in here to the neutral zone. 5-1 the score here. 5:11 to go as we snail our way to the finish here. One back, 6-on-4. Trying to get another one. Patrick Quinn. Patrick Quinn fires in along the end boards, and it jumps down to McKay. McKay spinning, kept in by the Bearcats. Played across to McEachern. McEachern walking the blue. Shot high, slapped out back to McEachern. Truro plays it across to Hoyt. Grabbed and fired in the end boards. Campbell gonna skate on as they tag up. Hoyt through the middle. Hoyt, some pressure on the back end, lets a shot go and snared out of the air there by Campbell. Again, 17 seconds to go on that penalty. Face off will go again here. Puck dropped in. That one's grabbed by Rogers. Okay, so 2 minutes for checking from behind and then a 10-minute misconduct on Doyle. So I do believe he'll escape suspension based on that. They would have said a game if he did, so might be all right for the late game between the Whalers and the Gulls. Shot into the right side, Rogers. He flips it up in the sky to Langell. Langell comes down with it. Fleming, drop pass, Liver, shot blocked. Bearcats up to the middle, gaining the blue line. Ulof getting spun around, Fleming. Down the wall and a lead pass in to Liver. Liver up ahead, into the corner, picked up Gulls. Into the feet it goes. Back to Worth, rolls back off the blue line into Bootlier, sent back in. Spun back around. Strong trying to put some pressure on in the corner. Picked up by Hoyt. Hoyt from the back end gets it off to White. White shoots it down in behind. Hoyt getting pressured off into the end wall there. Bearcats back to Bertram. Bertram shot, that one rising puck. Picked up on the left side now, Odell. Odell played across. Move to the middle. Trying to hand off again, Odell. He almost gets the snapshot off, but it gets knocked off the stick at the last moment. Sent down, and we're back to even strength here now. 2:35 to go. There's power play running out for the Bearcats. .235 remaining in the third. And the Gulls, they're looking to improve to 2-1, or 2-0, sorry, on a 5-1 victory to start out their tournament, a win over the Bombers and the Bearcats if they can finish this one out. Bandits are also 2-0. Bounce back out to Bellin. Bellin slaps that back in. Surrett stops it. In on the end boards here, Bearcats. Flicked up. Stopped by Jollymore. Into the end board, McKay. McKay plays it up the right. Fished off and sent down. That'll stay in. Under 2 minutes to go. Looking for a stick lift there at the end. And it'll jump back out by the red line here. Picked up McKay. McKay across to Bellin. Bellin slaps down the right side. Into the middle. Picked up Ludi. Ludi gets that pass off. Jardine up the left side. Patrick Quinn plays it over as it gets in behind McKay. McKay over to Bellin. Bellin up the right side. Strong. Strong into the end boards. Surrett going to slow that puck down. Under 90 seconds to go now in this one. Some pressure by Strong and behind. Gorman laying a hit as well. Freed up on the right side. Bearcats in through the middle. It's kicked up ahead. Cogger into the wall. Picked up by Worth. Back down to Bootlier. Bootlier up the right side. Shot. Save made. Moved back to Bertram. Bertram in the last minute of play here in the third. 5-1 our score. As it stands, Bearcats hold on the blue line down into the right corner. Hoyt. Hoyt picks it up. Hoyt. Back to the line, Bertram. He keeps it in with the feet. Low shot, that one with a rebound. Hoyt, another chance at it. Into the corner, and it'll bounce up on the left side. And sent down. And I'd venture to say a big reason why this Gulls team's 2-0 is Campbell back there in net. Been nothing but solid in his first two provincial games. Getting the nod to play the whole tournament based on, I believe, injuries. Shot on, another save there by Campbell. Puck won on the right side with 18 seconds. Down along the corner, maybe 10 seconds to go, and this one will finish out, and the Gulls will improve. A hard-fought victory here. Complete game as a hit on Bircham from Langell will finish it out, and that'll be victory for the Gulls. So another 2-0 team along with the Bandits, and that'll do it for us here on High Button Sports. So victory there, and it'll finish us off. So we'll be back here in a moment in probably about 20 minutes for the Whalers versus the Hometown Novas. Excited for that one. Make sure you tune in. My name is